Hi, everybody. When you think of bullying, what is the first thing you think of? Honestly, think about it. The first thing you think of is probably the kid that's just a little bit different. You know, you have to get to know the person. It's what's on the inside that matters. Or it's the kid that excels academically, that gets bullied by the big bad jock. But really, the kids that are forgotten about, the ones that are bullied that nobody really hears about, are the kids that excel athletically. And the first thing you think of, kids bullied that are athletic? What? That you've never heard of that before. Well, my brother, in the start of his 8th grade year, moved away. He went all the way from Texas up to Detroit. He didn't know anybody. He knew nobody at the school. He didn't know the Billet family. He went up there to play hockey. That was the sole reason that he left. And he was a very smart kid, so as much as he had to do well on his team, he also had to balance out school. The next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, new places, new families, new friends. And throughout that time, he was bullied. At one point, he was a semi-professional hockey player in Lincoln. And some of the boys he was playing with, some were in college, some were in high school, some were out of college. He was playing with kids that were way older than he was. And so, of course, with that came hazing. A lot of them had access to detrimental things, if you know what I mean. And so he had to deal with a lot of that, as well as when he went to school one year, people would call him dumb because he's just a dumb jock. He doesn't matter. And it, as much as he would never admit this to anybody, it hurt his feelings because he is a person, regardless if he enjoys playing hockey. He enjoys sports. It's what he likes to do. And he is a good kid, not only because he's my brother. He annoys me a lot of the time, but I love him. And I felt his story needed to be told. Also, my friend, who has asked me to withhold her name, wonderful, wonderful person. She's smart, she's beautiful, she loves volleyball, and she does not have the best family, but with all her anger that stems from that, instead of doing what most people do and bully others, she puts it into everything she has into volleyball. And for that reason, she excels more than anybody I've ever had the privilege to play with. She does everything she can for the people on her team and for the team's greater good. And she has gone through anorexia and back because, well, a lot of girls in high school, obviously, the goal is to be as skinny as you can, to be as beautiful as you can. And for some people, when you think of beautiful, you think of the models on the runways up in Europe, how skinny their legs are. And as an athlete, obviously, you have a lot of muscle, and you're not a stick. It's just not, it's not who you are. And she is beautiful regardless, and she's overcome that. And she works her tail off for everything she does. She does not have the money, but she will do anything for any of her friends. And it's aggravating to hear people bully her because she's an athlete. She doesn't have money. She goes to a school that is very prestigious, and a lot of the kids that go there have money, and she doesn't. She's there on a scholarship, she does well in school, but she does not dress like some of the kids there. And for that, she's bullied. And it's very hurtful to be there, to see what it's like and what it does to that person. It astounds me is some of the awful things people can say to others. And I want y'all to close your eyes for a moment. Go back to a time when you were young, when you were, say, first grade. And your teacher asks you, what do you want to do with your life? And you'll say things like, I want to be a celebrity. I want to be an astronaut. Things that, as a kid, you think you can achieve. But as you grow up, you don't believe you can, regardless if you have what it takes to get there. Both my friend and my brother have kept that passion of being professional athletes. My brother is a professional Canadian hockey player. He got to where he wanted to go. And of course, there's another step. He can be a professional American hockey player, but we just don't know if he'll ever get there. But if it's what it takes on the passion level, he will get there because he has what it takes. He puts everything out there. And it's beautiful to see his smile when he made it to that team. When my friend, for her birthday, she took us all out to a nice dinner, no presents. She did not allow anyone to get her anything. And she is the most deserving person out there. She deserves something wonderful for her. I ask you today, when you see an athlete on TV or in school, don't judge them. Don't think that they're incompetent, because they really are people. They have feelings, and those feelings can be hurt. And they are. So, thank you.